What an amazing time to be alive, wouldn't you say? You can literally have a mini computer on your wrist that's many times more powerful than what was used to send astronauts into space back in the 90s. And since 2017, my smartwatch of choice has been the Apple Watch, and I've pretty much worn it exclusively as my timekeeping piece. But do I really need a mini computer on my wrist? At one point I thought I did, but now not so much. Find out why after the intro. This is Klimbo from ZenTechLife, where we love all things to do with lifestyle tech and gadgets. As always, if you're in a rush, there are timestamps and chapter markers below, so if you want to skip ahead, feel free to do so. Otherwise, get comfy and let's keep going. Let's cut straight to the chase. As of a few weeks ago, I've officially retired my Apple Watch and returned like a prodigal son to the world of mechanical watches. But why now, I hear you say? Why after 5 years of faithfulness to the Apple Watch? Well, 6 reasons actually, starting with reason number 1. Battery management. I'd say the biggest deal breaker for me as of 2022 is just how reliant the Apple Watch is on being charged daily. With the countless devices that I already juggle to stay juiced up, like my iPhone, iPad mini, MacBook, and a power bank, I just grew tired of having to worry about yet another device to keep topped up throughout the week. Unlike a mechanical watch, which can last years on a single button cell battery, or infinitely if it's an automatic movement, battery anxiety was a real struggle with the Apple Watch. More than once I've forgotten to charge my watch or didn't seat it properly into its charger, leading it to enter power reserve mode by the middle of the day, and at that point it becomes a glorified digital watch for a few hours before completely conking out if I don't manage to get it onto a charger by the evening. And let's be honest, a dead Apple Watch is most definitely worse than even the most basic quartz mechanical watch. Since moving back to mechanical watches, specifically automatic models that are powered by the movement of my body, it's been liberating to not worry about where or how I set down my watch at the end of a long day. Some of these automatic watches offer up to 70 hours of power reserve, so I can leave my watch untouched for a whole weekend and pick it up on Monday morning still ticking away. Going from the anxiety of ensuring I charge my watch every single night to barely worrying about how or where I rest my watch has been a truly freeing experience. My second reason is digital privacy. Now, to be fair, of all the companies making wearable technology, Apple probably has the best data privacy policy, but even then it's somewhat discomforting knowing just how much data Apple is collecting when I wear an Apple Watch. Step count, time spent sitting or moving, my heart rate every 15 minutes, my sleeping patterns, location, and more. And yes, you could argue that having an iPhone in my pocket still allows Apple to track some of those things, but it's not quite as precise as having the watch itself. In Apple's defense, those exact health tracking features are a key selling point for those that want or need to monitor their health and fitness. Athletes, people with heart conditions, and even regular people who are worried about unforeseen accidents can benefit from the Apple Watch's comprehensive health data and emergency features. But at the end of the day, despite how ethical Apple is with the consumer data and privacy, it's still a profit-oriented company and not infallible. And in an age where every company seems to be mining and snooping on our personal data, I'll take as much control as I can get. Speaking of privacy, you should definitely be concerned with yours. And fortunately, our sponsor for this video offers one such way to take back control of your data. Right now, Atlas VPN is offering a killer deal where you can get 3 years of online protection for just $1.99 per month. How can Atlas VPN help you? Well, not only does it keep your web searches and browsing private, it also blocks malicious links, ads, and trackers, and notifies you if it detects something is trying to steal your data. It also allows you to unlock media content from all over the world. Say you want to check out the Netflix library offered in other countries. Well, Atlas VPN has you covered. You can even save some money by using Atlas VPN when shopping around for flights, hotels, and even online subscriptions. Due to regional pricing, you could save hundreds of dollars on popular services such as Spotify Premium, NBA League Pass, and more, all with a simple click of a button on Atlas VPN to switch between regions before paying. There's no better time to join the 6 million users who have already chosen Atlas VPN to protect their private data. So don't miss out on this amazing deal. 3 years at just $1.99 per month. Link in the description box below. And a big thanks to Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. My third reason for retiring the Apple Watch is in pursuit of minimizing distractions in my daily life. I'm guilty of spending far too much time connected to my electronics, and the Apple Watch has simply been an extension of my iPhone, tethering me even when I intentionally put the phone down. After taking some time to reflect on how I can better balance my digital lifestyle, I came to the conclusion that the Apple Watch was an unnecessary distraction. Despite all its bells and whistles as a smartwatch, the constant buzzing on my wrist from notifications and reminders made me develop an unhealthy attachment to my watch and phone. In my attempt to simplify my life, removing the Apple Watch from my everyday carry has made it much easier for me to disconnect when I want some quiet time, or simply to enjoy a moment with my daughter. The fourth reason I've stepped away from the Apple Watch is because of how much it lacks character. Don't get me wrong, from an engineering standpoint, it's a beautifully designed piece of tech, but when the overall shape of the Apple Watch hasn't changed for the better part of a decade, it leads to a dull and uninspiring population of users who all have the same rectangular shape strapped to their wrist. Sure, you can change the straps and customize the watch face, but compared to the truly distinct designs that traditional watches offer, it's just no contest in my opinion. For example, the bezel, dial, clock hands, hour markers, crown positioning, ceramic, stainless steel or titanium materials, just to name a few. Traditional watches allow me to be more individual and express myself better by wearing a timepiece that matches my outfit or fits the occasion. Moving on to reason number 5, planned obsolescence. Every year that ticks by is a year closer to my Apple Watch becoming an obsolete piece of tech. It's quite literally aging due to faster, more efficient technology releasing each year, not to mention the internal battery deteriorating each day I use it. My Apple Watch was a Series 4 from 2018, and by 2022 the battery health was really not great. In the final few weeks that I wore it, it would squeeze through a full day of use with not much power to spare. I knew I'd eventually have to pay for a replacement battery or purchase a newer model such as a Series 7 or upcoming Series 8. I don't buy watches for investment purposes, but when you consider how quickly technology is moving, spending $400 on a watch that will no longer be supported after 5 years or so just isn't a sound investment. And that's just for the basic aluminium model. $700 for the stainless steel version or over $1,000 for the designer model is just bonkers considering you can get some truly incredible mechanical watches at that price point. And that leads me to my 6th and final reason for ditching the Apple Watch: legacy and sentiment. A well-engineered mechanical watch can be a timeless classic that will keep on ticking even when you pass it down to future generations. A reality that can't be said for the Apple Watch. If the battery hasn't died or the software support hasn't already ceased, the hardware will be so old by the time your child comes of age that it would be a cruel joke to gift it to them. Now that I've come back to wearing traditional watches, I can't wait to pass some of my favourite timepieces onto my loved ones later on. And sure, they'll need servicing and maintenance every few years, but with no software updates or battery health to worry about, I know they'll keep on ticking long after I'm gone. So, those are my 6 reasons for retiring my Apple Watch and switching back to good old mechanical watches. It goes without saying that this is just my personal opinion, and there are many reasons why an Apple Watch might be perfect for somebody else. For me, I've concluded that there's nothing in my current lifestyle that necessitates an Apple Watch. I've bid an amicable farewell to mine. But who knows, maybe one day Apple will once again sprinkle some of its magic on a future iteration of their watch and draw me back in again. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. How about you? Have you ever had second thoughts about keeping your smartwatch on? Or what makes you decide between wearing a traditional watch and when to wear your smartwatch? Let me know in the comments box below. If you liked my content, hitting that thumbs up button would be much appreciated. And if you want to see more content from me, then consider pressing that subscribe button too. That's all from me, and as always, be well, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.